Welcome to another edition of Sun News Today. I'm Chris LeGrand, where we're coming to you from Buenos Aires. We're here to highlight the partnership between Sun Microsystems and the Ministry of Education. They are working together to bring technology into the rural areas surrounding Buenos Aires, and it's allowing students to connect to the internet for the very first time. Dance your way down to the southern portion of Latin America and you'll arrive in the beautiful city of Buenos Aires. 13.5 million people live in and around the city. There's strong European influences here, evident by the architecture and the people. Many come from Spanish and Italian descent. They're stylish and well-educated. Students living in the heart of the city are getting a well-rounded education, but travel into the rural areas and it's a whole different story. Welcome to Supacha, Argentina, population about 8,500. It's located about 80 miles from Buenos Aires, where the educational experience is much different than in the inner cities. There are 15 schools in and around Supacha, and only 3 are equipped with computers and internet access. Most schools in this rural area don't even have telephones because the proper infrastructure doesn't exist. The lack of resources means most students are disconnected from the World Wide Web, but the government is trying to change that. Technology is rolling into the rural areas thanks to this computer center on wheels. This mobile trailer travels to schools and other community events where it parks for a week at a time. Hundreds of students and teachers come from all over the region for a chance to work on computers, and for most, it's their first real exposure to the World Wide Web.
I am not very friendly with the computer, to be honest, so it was very nice for the kids and also for me. Of course, I knew how to handle the mouse and those things, but as far as games and other things, no, I knew nothing. But it was nice. It was a very nice experience, especially considering that this enriches the children a lot.
The Ministry of Education for the province of Buenos Aires came up with the idea of a mobile computer center as a way to close the digital divide. The country suffered an economic crisis about 4 years ago, and there hasn't been enough education dollars to bring technology into the rural areas. The Director General for the Ministry of Education says the mobile computer trailer is one way to reach these students.
First of all, it's a cultural and scientific event in the town that the trailer visits. On the other hand, there's tremendous expectation. I would call it almost anxiety in the children. Many of them have never had access to a PC or a lesson on IT. Some are afraid of it, others are very happy about it, and in general, it is difficult to get them out of the trailer afterwards.
You have a very large area to cover.
Yes.
Gustavo Corandini is the administrative secretary for the Ministry of Education. He says the mobile computer center will travel more than 110,000 square miles, reaching 125,000 students at 2,000 schools.
The criteria for the selection of the schools has to do with where we find the largest digital gap. We target children that we know have no access to, no possibility of accessing technology due to the places they live in and their social condition. Those are the schools we give priority to, and obviously, with one trailer, this is quite difficult.
The mobile computer center is equipped with technology developed by Sun Microsystems. The students are working on Sunray computers powered by a Sun server. Guillermo Marcico-Viteri is the Sun president for South Latin America.
Education is critical for every country, and it's critical for Sun. We have done something that has been amazing. I mean, this idea that was just an idea and become actually a very, very powerful tool in order to reduce the digital divide. I mean, this is something brand new. They have no exposure to technology. You know, you have to see the kids when they get to the internet for the first time and see the content there.
UPCN, a labor union in Buenos Aires, provided the trailer for the computer center, and IMSAT Corporation provides the satellite technology, allowing students to connect to the internet. In the future, the Ministry of Education hopes to build more mobile computer trailers so they can reach all the schools several times a year, and teachers are thrilled.
I consider the computer to be a very important tool for the children because it opens their minds and they exercise their minds a lot when they use the computer. They can have different access to different information through the internet. They can use different games, which are very helpful for their learning, especially in kindergarten.
We're planning to add 2 new trailers. In order to do so, we have entered into an agreement with a technical school who will build. We will provide the material. They will build the first of these trailers. We already have some support to equip it, and our idea is to have a 3rd trailer before the end of the year. I think that with 3 trailers, we can cover the province in a better way and be able to reach many more children. So those are our growth expectations.
And that's going to do it for this edition of Sun News Today, where we're coming to you from Buenos Aires. I'm Chris LeGrand. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time for another edition of Sun News Today.